Hey everybody, I'm going to do one more quick video for y'all today. Just a little standing work down to some stretches and maybe little planks or something in there. Again, do what you like, do what you can, modify as you need to. Here we go. You're going to start standing on your mat or surface of choice. Feet maybe just side by side. On your inhale, you're just going to take a nice big side stretch up and over. You're going to nod the chin to the chest, bend your knees a little bit as you come through center around your spine. And then stretch to the other side here, reaching your arm overhead. And then come up to vertical. And then go the way you just came, lifting up and over. I want you to bend your knees as you drop your head round your spine. Think about your core helping to direct your spine through space as you move through these ranges of motion through the rib cage and the back. One more time, each direction, up and over. Exhale, round your spine as you drop your head. Bend the knees and then stretch your side body as you come up. And up and over, stretch. Bend your knees, round your spine. Up and over, and let's walk your feet out a little bit here, and then just turn your toes out just a bit. Coming to that side stretch again, you're going to bend one knee, maybe your hand rests on your thigh here, find your stretch, and come up through center. And then the other way, bend your knee and find your stretch, and up. Good. One more time each side, and stretch. Now from here, I'm going to stay in this side lunge here, but then rotate into my runner stretch. I'm going to take my hands down towards the mat. My back leg really straight and strong. And let's just do a little bit of hamstring stretch here as well. Stretch your front leg, opening up to that hamstring. If you'd like, you can flex your toes off the ground. Maybe try to reach your shin, or towards your shin, with your chest, your forehead. Drop your toes down. Again, find your stretch. And then lift your hips, stretch that leg. If your foot needs to step in, feel free. Maybe flex the front foot if you'd like, and let your forehead drop towards your shin. Then back into that lunge, and then keep that front hand on the mat. Take your back hand up to a little twist into the sky. And take that hand down. I'm taking that hand to the outside of my front foot, and then just going the other direction. From here, with both hands planted on the ground, step back to your plank and just feel through a little bit of heat. From your plank, lift up to that downward dog stretch, that triangle stretch. And then come back towards that plank, drawing with your core. Lift the hips up and stretch. And come back to your plank. Lifting up, finding that stretch. Come back to your plank and hold, and let's just settle into the plank for a moment, drawing through your shoulders. Make sure you're not collapsing through the low back, draw your belly in. Make sure you're not hunching through the spine, settle into the shoulders. Finding your breath. Good job. When you're ready, take one foot forward again, maybe that same leg we were on, and then take that back knee and draw it behind that standing foot. And then I'm going to flip around and face everybody here. So I have myself in a little bit of that hip stretch. I'm going to gently draw that front knee into my chest with my opposite hand. And then take my other hand back behind me to the floor. Look over your back shoulder. Find a gentle twist. Keep breathing. Reach that back arm up to the sky. Come around to the front. And then if you can, we're going to take again this top leg, open it up a little bit. I'm going to let my foot try to rest on my bottom knee. If this feels like way too much of a stretch for your hips, just let your feet rest on the floor in front of you. This stretching knee might be straight up to the sky. Try to drop your hip down as much as you can and let that knee fall towards your foot, whatever, again, feels comfortable for the body here. Again, take one hand to the floor, find your side stretch. Sinking both hips into the mat, and then come up through center again, draw through the belly. Take one hand down, find your side stretch. Center. Reach both legs out in front of you. Reach up tall through your spine, lengthening forward over the feet. Again, your hands can rest to your knees, your shins, your toes. Make sure you're breathing, softening through the spine. As you lift up through your spine, pull the legs in. You can cross your ankles if that helps you get to standing, or however you get to standing. We're going to come up to standing, uncross your feet at the top so they're just side by side. Drop your head and again, feel that forward fold, that forward stretch. Take a breath. Soften your knees and slowly draw your belly in as you roll up. And we'll go that other side. So again, stepping wide, give yourself a little bit of space, and then find just your side lunges and up and over. And side lunge. And up and over. Side lunge. I'm going to stay to the side I haven't done yet. So staying to that side. From here, rotate and come into your runner's lunge. Both hands can come down to the mat. From here, lift your pelvis up and stretch through your hamstring. And again, I'm sometimes stepping my back foot in just a little bit. Lengthening through your spine, keeping the legs as straight as you can. Again, maybe they're a little bit soft. Pull your toes off the mat and let your head drop towards your shin. And then go forward again into that lunge. Lift the pelvis up. Again, stretch through both legs. Maybe flex that front foot. And step back to the lunge. From here, I'm going to keep one hand down on the mat, take my opposite hand up to the sky, go into a little twist, looking up to the ceiling. Keep lots of length to that back leg, find that rotation through the spine. Then take that hand down to the outside of your grounded foot. Other arm reaches up, open up to that twist. And then come back to 2 feet. Now step that foot back into your full plank here. Set your shoulders again, make sure you're not collapsing through the belly, zip up to the core. Reach back into that stretch, reach your heels towards the ground, and then come forward again into that plank. Zipping through the core, maybe engaging through the glutes a little bit, and then lift up. And press back. And lift up. And come back. And let's just hold the plank for a moment. Find a breath. If you're getting tired on your wrists, on this side, maybe you come down to your forearms and settle into a forearm plank. Draw the belly in. Set those shoulders. Feel a little bit of heat building, a little bit of quiver through the core. When you're ready, you can step back to your plank. Step that same foot forward again here to find your lunge. Then your back knee is going to come forward and to the outside of that foot. And again, I'll flip around and face everybody there. So again, on the side I'm stretching, I have that foot over my underneath knee. Drop both hips into the mat. And then gently draw your knee into the chest with that opposite hand. Take the other hand behind yourself and look into your rotation. Take that back arm up to the sky. Come around to the front. And then from here, if you can, we're going to take that ankle, let it rest on the knee. I'm going to try to drop my knee down towards that opposite foot. That feels like way too much for your hips today. Again, you can just let your legs come into a cross-legged position. That's still going to be a nice stretch for your hips. If you can, from here, go into your side stretch. Reach both hips staying heavy into the mat. And come up. And side stretch. And come up. Reach both legs out in front of you. Reach your arms up to the sky, and then from your chest, your belly button, your heart, lengthen forward over the legs until your hands maybe rest to your knees, your shins, your toes. Lifting up tall through the spine, flip this way again here. From here, if you can, let's cross your ankles and come around back onto the hands and knees. I want you to stretch back to that plank again. And then gently drop your hips down, opening up your chest, find a little bit of that extension, and then lift back up to your plank. Now that can be very small, and make sure that you're not collapsing to your low back. Find your glutes. Maybe you're just lifting your heart slightly towards the sky. This feels better to come onto your knees and lift up. And tuck your toes. And press. One more time. Finding your plank. Maybe you're just holding your plank. If you feel like you want a little extension, I'm keeping my glutes turned on. My core is working. I'm very carefully lowering into that extension, lifting up through my chest and arms. Exhale. Press back again into that stretch. Reach your heels to the floor. Lengthen through the palms of the hands. Then you can walk your feet forward or walk your hands back. Find that nice forward fold again, dropping your head. Maybe give your head a little shake no. And then nod your chin. Yes. letting your head go a little bit deeper. Maybe your knees are super bent here. You don't have to be straight. Let your body fall a little closer to the ground. And then everybody bend your knees when you're ready to roll up. Curl through the spine, stacking up one vertebrae at a time. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. And from here, just lifting up to the sky, opening your heart and chest. And as you lift your arms up to the ceiling, draw into your core. Maybe float up onto your tiptoes for a moment. My head's going to disappear. Drop your heels down as they open up through your heart. And as you lift up, maybe find a little bit of core support as you float onto your toes. Drop your heels down, stretch up, lower your arms to your side, and maybe close your eyes for just a moment as you take one full deep breath in, opening through the sides and back of the rib cage. Finding that expansion through your spine, that energy out the top of the head, grounding through your feet. As you exhale, let any worry and stress and tension just melt away just for a moment. Just feeling your body in space. All right, and there's your quick little stretch for the day. Again, I'll be posting more every day, hopefully. Some might be even from my living room. So stay tuned, everybody. Stay healthy, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.